very good morning. You're here with us on a new episode of Melt. I'm Ritvika Gupta, and on the show today we'll be in conversation with R.S. Sodhi, Managing Director, Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, to find out how the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted Amul and the organization's supply chain. Joining me today is Anant Rangaswami, editor of Melt. So, Anant, you have spoken to Mr. Sodhi many times before. Tell us what's most interesting about your conversation this time around.
Ritvika, what's most interesting is the fact that from Sodhi's point of view, they've seen it all before. That's a little bizarre. For everybody else, the coronavirus lockdown is something that caught them flat-footed and caught them by surprise. But Sodhi delves into his years of experience at Amul and says, hey, I've seen this before. So there is a way to do it that I've experienced and my whole organization has experienced. So that is the most interesting facet.
Thanks, Anant. Let's have a look at the chat. But before that, here's once again informing our viewers that this entire interview was recorded on Skype. So the video stream might appear patchy in places. Our sincere apologies. On that note, let's get ready to melt with R.S. Sodhi.
Mr. Sodhi, we had a long chat after the Kumbh Mela.
Yeah.
Where we discussed the amazing logistics of Amul. And you were talking about the amount of planning that went into it. Now for the distribution and sales post-coronavirus, there was no planning time. So tell me, how have you managed the logistics of it?
For us, such type of partial lockdown is not new thing.
Right.
I remember during late 80s and early 90s, my days in Ahmedabad, when there used to be curfew due to riots for months together. And I remember during those days also, we used to supply our milk and other products uninterrupted.
Right.
And we know what to do. What authorities to approach, what to write on the vehicle, what to write on my car, what our employee has to wear in the neck, what type. So first thing is all trucks and other thing or car will have Amul Milk Essential Service.
Right.
Simultaneously, we have to get the passes from the local administration, the SDM office. We call it during those days curfew passes. Now it is called lockdown passes.
Right.
But we know because these services are never stopped.
Right.
There may be some misinterpretation at the lower level, but higher level they are always clear. Milk cannot stop.
Right.
So when this lockdown declared on 25th or on 23rd, the Janta curfew, only thing this time different was the geography was all India. So first thing you see, Anand, you have to understand our supply chain is not the supply chain what you are talking or you are exposed to is distribution of milk. Our main supply chain starts when we collect milk from 3.6 million farmers from 18,500 village cooperative society or the milk collection center twice in a day.
Right.
So every day around 5,000 road milk tankers are deployed to collect from these 18,500 societies. So fortunately, nothing stopped for a single minute because milk supply chain is like the water flowing pipe. You can't stop it. Nowhere the pipeline, the maximum stock inventory is only for one day, 24 hours.
Right.
If you stop for 1 hour, the 1 hour you have to stop the milk procurement.
Right.
So what we did is when the lockdown was announced 25th or 23rd Janta, already from 17th, we got some messages from the state government also that you have to take some safety precautions in the villages also.
Right.
So we communicated to all our members. We put up banners that what safety measures you have to take, whether it's a social distancing or you have to wash hands before entering the collection center or you have to wear the mask. The tankers who are reaching for the milk collection to the village cooperative societies was sanitized when they were leaving the dairies.
Right.
We have more than 80 dairies. And after the collection of milk, they were coming back to the plants and again sanitized when entering the dairy premises. On the road, nobody stopped because of seeing this milk tanker and already Amul is mentioned and milk is mentioned.
Right.
In the plants also, all workers are checked medically as well as their temperature is checked, their hands washed, everything is social distancing is maintained. So that is the one supply chain. The second supply chain is after milk reaches the plants, then you process it, pasteurize it, and then pack it, or you transport it to Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta. Again, in the road milk tanker. Again, there's no absolute problem in transporting milk from Gujarat to Delhi, Bombay, because everybody understood milk is, I mean, not a single minute milk transportation stopped. So when milk is packed, it is put up in the crates. Then again, you have to load it in the milk vans, which is carrying pouch milk in crates. Those are you see the boxes type where Amul milk you can see. So around 10,000 milk vans we are using for distribution of milk in Gujarat and outside Gujarat, Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Kanpur, Lucknow, Pune. And Amul is number one brand, whether you talk Delhi, you talk Bombay, you talk Calcutta.
Right.
So, fortunately, what happened, the day lockdown was announced, we are not to approach people or authorities. I got calls from the highest of the authorities. Like in case of Gujarat, I got call from the Chief Minister's office or the Chief Secretary or the Animal Husbandry Secretary. Then Mr. Sodhi, what help Amul needs? We don't want any milk supply chain to be stopped.
Right.
We want milk to be available. Same similar way, Ministry of Home Affairs from Delhi talked to us that please ensure Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, every place milk is available. So there should not be any disruption. So they also told us any help you want, please tell us. So we could get all our packaging material suppliers, factories open and subsidiaries also open. So our 10,000 vans distributed milk. Same way for our products which are transported in the refrigerated trucks or the ambient trucks or the frozen trucks. In some states, there were some problems. I mean, understanding down the line on the road, where the
checking is being done.
This constable is there, policeman is there. You see, that poor fellow may not be knowing that milk is a truck is going, whether it so. But gradually they came to know.
Okay, now one of the challenges for you is it's not only the Amul or the cooperative employees. What about your vendors? How do they get to their factories on time? How do they get the permissions to carry on functioning?
So we told all our people in the field, you see, we have got 67 branches where milk is handled. So everybody approached the local authorities to get the passes for the distributors, the distributor salesmen, the delivery drivers, and even the parlor boys. Everywhere we got passes. It took somewhere 1, 2, 3 days, but somehow we managed. I won't say that our supply was 100% shops were keeping it, but initially if it was 30% shops, next day 40, then 50, but sales didn't suffer. If I give you some data, the day lockdown announced, for 3 days, our sale of milk of fresh product increased by 15 to 20%.
Right.
Because of lot of panic buying.
Right.
But the fourth day, sale declined by 30%. Immediately. A reason was simple, panic buying stopped. So people had purchased more. Then the Horeca segment, hotel, restaurant, the chai shop closed. And because of a lot of reverse migration of this urban to rural India. So that decline impacted 30%. And then gradually every day 5% picked up. Today also, the milk sale across India is 10% less than the pre-lockdown.
Normal sale.
Normal sale.
So what about the rest of your range? Now, milk is essential, but butter, cheese, and so on and so forth, what happens to them?
You see, in products, it impacted differently.
Right.
Some products moved up, some drastically gone down. Butter increased, ghee increased manifold. Same is true for the milk powders, baby food, dairy whitener. There also sales
increased.
30, around 30% increase. But the product we suffered maximum is the ice cream.
Right.
More than 90% down.
That's a discretionary spend, I guess.
Yeah, not discretionary. I mean, people like to eat sitting at home, but availability is a problem because you are opening shops only for 2-3 hours. And when I go to the market, a lot of rush is there. Shopkeeper is also, and ice cream shops are not open.
Right.
And we have also seen down the line people will ice cream is essential. Although Ministry of Home Affairs said all food products, but look down the line people they decide they interpret okay ice cream is essential, don't allow ice cream weaken.
Right.
Similarly, beverages suffered, and mostly all of Horeca products like we have got a cream, Amul fresh cream,
Right.
interrupt. That also said totally zero because all hotel, restaurant, catering closed.
Right.
And we had a lot of stocks lying in the branches. Then mozzarella cheese, diced cheese for pizza, etc. So that also suffered. But some reduced, some increased. So we diverted all our production facilities, our labor for the product categories which are selling.
Mr. Sodhi, so people are talking about declining sales. How is Amul sales, for example, from March 1st up to today?
As far as Amul is concerned, I mean, we have been insulated from this decline or recession in sale because of lockdown. In March also, March 20, our sale was around 15% more than the March 19. And overall, we closed 17% more than the uh, previous
Previous year.
financial year. I mean, Amul Federation turnover was 38,500 crore, or Amul brand as a group turnover is more than 50,000 crore. And April also the first 10 days, we have maintained the average of April 20. I mean,
Right.
this month, I mean, every day sales growth is going up because more distributor opening, more markets opening, more products reaching. So I think April will close minimum 100% what we did in April 19, if not more than that.
One of the things we've noticed, and people are talking about it, is a huge increase in the advertising spend of Amul in the last 20 days or so. So explain to my viewers why that is happening.
Let me tell you, increase in advertising spend or visibility happened not before the lockdown. It happened the first week of March when we noticed then all other countries like China and Europe, this corona is spreading, lot of news are coming, and people are fully watching in front of TV all the news. So we decided that people are, I mean, totally on the news. Why not shift our budget from GEC to the news? So
Right.
that way we have our having our advertising. Shashi Sinha was here, Nitin was here. So we said, "Ki, why not spend more?" So we said, let us double the budget for the March.
Right.
Because Amul budget advertising is less than 1% of our turnover. So
Right.
we knew in March that this year how much our turnover will be there. So we had some extra money because our turnover had increased last 3 4 months more than our expectation. So we said, but only thing we told our media agency is that we are ready to double our budget but we want a good deal, good
Right.
bargain.
Right.
So we talked that okay, we'll book this much space, this much time on your channel. You tell us how much discount you'll offer. So
Right.
whichever channels agreed to offer us the very good rates,
Right.
we had. And
Right.
then after some time, the next meeting when we were having this offer for, we came to know the Ramayana and Mahabharata are going to be re-telecasted. So we said, I mean, we knew our old days of 90s. So why not approach the Doordarshan? Initially, Doordarshan was not ready to put any advertising on the Ramayana and Mahabharata because
Nama-
that was given free to the Doordarshan by the Ramanand Sagarji family. So, but later on, I think they convinced them, and we thought let us sponsor it. Rates were reasonable, so we got during this March and April also. Then we continued with the same spend, a very I mean uninterrupted, uncluttered, and fully focused.
Right. What do you think this campaign will do for you? What do you how will you measure whether it is working, not working?
No, you see, let me tell you, people are sitting at home
Right.
and a whole family is there. And you know what is the talk generally? What to make, what you know, what he knows, she knows, what to cook, what to eat, what are the new recipes on the YouTube. So people are now talking and doing only cooking. And cooking means food, and food means dairy products, maximum. whether you take cheese or you take our mithai made condensed milk or cream or butter or ghee. So we realized that this is the best time to target the whole family as a segment. And they are watching all this TV news. I mean, if you see on the social media type of demand which we are getting, like paneer, sale doubled. I mean, people are now eating a lot of paneer or cheese also. So I think we have got the top of the mind slot, and also very good image also about Amul because of our association with Ramayana and Mahabharata. I think that was a very right decision, because now later on when the this lockdown is lifted and there will be thousands of advertising on the media, will be lost.
Right. So finally, I want to ask you, how has your day changed since the lockdown? Yours meaning you and your key colleagues in Amul at the head office. How has your day changed?
You see, we are in essential service, but
Right.
first thing is the safety of our people.
Right.
Health is. So what we decided, we'll be calling bare necessary people to the plants or to the warehouses or to the offices, means because you need lot of billing, invoicing and banking to be done, and also a lot of, guide. So that is the one thing. So in our offices only 20-25% people. Warehouse, naturally people have to come and labor has to. So one thing we decided, we'll pay 25 to 30% extra whoever come in our labor or our workers or our sales people, will pay them extra. So if you are working at home, it is okay. The remaining people are working from home, but if you come for the workplace, you will get extra. Second thing is, we realize that if people are also coming, they should come in rotation. Like in head office, we formed two teams. One team coming on Monday, second team on Tuesday. So that these two teams are not exposed to each other. So
Right.
if something happens, at least one team is safe.
Right.
Fortunately, we are a smaller place like Anand. My home is 1.5 kilometers, and coming to office or going there, that is not a problem.
Right. So have you got some free time? Are you able to do some reading, listening
No,
to
no,
music?
it's a rather other way around.
Right.
We are loaded because lot of firefighting, talking to the administration people, small problems. So you see, a lot of time has gone into starting opening of associates plants, and problems of stocks. Somewhere you have got less stocks, somewhere you have got more stocks. Uh, Logistic people. So I don't think. Our day is as busy as we were pre-lockdown.
So, okay, now I'm going to ask you a difficult question. Suppose you distill your challenges into one. What is the most important challenge that RS Sodhi has today? Today, what is your biggest challenge?
You see, first thing is how to make my team. I have to first thing that my team is safe,
Right.
health-wise. Second is they are inspired to do the work for the national cause. You see, our
Right.
drivers, our workers in the warehouse, they are not thinking it is a job. Everybody is working because it's a national. I know so many of our transporters, so many of our distributors, they are going out of way. Not a single guy we have to request an order. I've seen whether in the administration or the supply chain partners or our employees, everybody is putting 1 foot extra. Whatever is the roles or responsibility, everybody is putting something extra in that.
Right.
This was never seen.
Again, you've become a case study. What you did at Kumbh was a case study. What you're doing now is another case study in how to manage a crisis. That was a planned management. This is an unplanned management. And I hope I'll come again to Anand and talk to you in length about this with your team. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You are always welcome, Anand, to this small place, Anand.
Thank you so much.
And that was RS Sodhi telling us how he is managing the current crisis and at the same time driving conversations with old ads on TV and social media. With that, let us quickly move on to our selection of ad campaigns for this week's Creative Picks. First up, we have Apple. The brand has released an uplifting ad that focuses on how creativity can help us get through these difficult times. From kids to adults, it shows various Apple users being crafty with learning, teaching, and creating using the brand's products. It also shows them sharing moments with their loved ones across a distance. The ad is vibrant, inspiring, and highlights the power of creativity. Take a look.
Pandemic has the possibility of bringing us together in ways none of us would have been able to predict or expect.
3, 2, 7, 8.
I'm so small, said the mole. Yes, said the boy, but you make a huge difference.
In these difficult times of social distancing and lockdowns, brands are asking everyone to stay at home. So how does one stand out? In the case of Vodafone India, the brand has brought back its adorable mascot, the pug. Yes, in its latest ad, Vodafone's beloved icon is telling everyone to stay at home. The spot is simple, endearing, and will put a smile on your face. Check it out. Next, we have an ad by Burger King. The fast food chain has launched an ad campaign called Stay Home Off the Whopper, encouraging consumers to stay indoors and order from Burger King using the restaurant's app. The ad was also made from footage created for another project and shows people who have developed extreme attachments to their couches. I like how the brand uses humor to salute those who are staying home. At a time when traffic at its stores is likely down due to shutdowns, the brand is smartly making use of the situation to drive app downloads. Here's the ad.
Your country needs you to stay on your couch and order in. Do your part, and we'll do ours. Order through the Burger King app, and the delivery fees are on us. So staying home doesn't just make us all safer, it makes you a couch patriot. And to help healthcare heroes, we are donating Whopper sandwiches to nurses. And we are also proudly supporting the American Nurses Foundation. Stay home of the Whopper.
Well, that's a wrap on this episode of Melt. Do follow us on social media. Our handle is Ready to Melt. You can also stay informed on what's happening in the world of advertising and marketing with our daily Melt update on our website, readytomelt.com. And I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Goodbye.